my loves, what's up and welcome back again to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Aisha Badmos. I'm a wife, a mom, a content creator based in Ontario, Canada, basically. So if this is your first time on this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and do all of that good stuff. Trust me, we have fun on this channel. We share tips, we do lifestyle and everything in between. Okay, so you're definitely gonna love it on this channel. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the job market in Canada. As immigrants, it is very, 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 very crazy looking for a job in Canada. I would say in Nigeria, it's a lot easier. Not as if getting a job in Nigeria, like I'm coming from Nigeria, so not as if getting a job from Nigeria is like bed of roses, but it's not as easy as it is. Like getting a job in Canada is not as easy as it is in Nigeria. So okay, if you're an immigrant, you want to make sure you watch this video to the end, because I'm just going to basically sharing with you all everything I know, basically my research, my experience, and everything in between. So you want to sit back, relax, and watch this video to the end, okay? So welcome back, guys. Getting a job in Canada can be very frustrating, can be overwhelming, especially for immigrants. It can be really discouraging. At some point, to be like, oh, I'm not even looking for any job again. Let me just relax and be a housewife, or I be an houseman or house husband. But trust me, I have been there. I am still there, and I hope, I'm praying to God that very soon I'm going to leave the shackles of looking for a job in Canada. I mean, there is never a time you're going to stop looking for a job, because even if you eventually get a job, you'll still be praying to God to get a better job. So definitely, but at least let me just even get a job. So one of the challenges that many people face with getting a job in Canada, especially for new immigrants, is, I feel like immigrants face the problems a lot, is experience. Many employers, many companies, many recruiting agencies, they tell you that you need Canadian experience, you need to maybe a Canadian certificate, you need to have schooled in Canada, you need to have like done one job or the other in Canada before. That's what's big. They don't even need to tell you, but that's the requirement where you see all these jobs on social media or on any platform that you look for a job from. So they basically tell you that you need experience or certificate. And now my question all the time is, if I am just immigrating to Canada, where do you want me to get the experience from? I feel like Canadian experience, I'm not blaming them, but I feel like Canadian experience should not be the, do you get it? I feel like because I'm immigrating to Canada, if you don't give me the job, how do I get the Canadian experience? How do I get the experience if you don't give me the job? So that's what most people tell you, that they need the experience, they need the certificate, they must have done maybe college or high school or maybe masters or PhD or diploma, anything basically in Canada to be able to get a job, or for people not basically to be able to get a job, but for them to even consider you into getting a job. Okay, and that's what many immigrants do. You find out immigrants, after coming to Canada, even as permanent residents, like not through school, like even as permanent residents, you find out that they try to like go for a diploma, which I'm actually considering, because I mean it's not very easy over here. So they try to go for diploma, go for this, go for that, college or anything, just to be able to at least be on the spot to get a job in Canada. Of recent, I wrote a social statement on telling the Canadian government that they need to do better, because we need this job to be able to have experience, to be able to get the experience. So these are the things that I have been doing to be able to, I've not landed a job in Canada, but these are the things that I have been doing to be able to at least get to the stage of being called for an interview. I've been searching for a job for like the longest time, and I have been called for interview few number of times. And I feel like if you have been called for interview, at least that's like a step forward. Okay, there are people that apply and they don't even call them for interview at all. They don't even get to see the application, or even they see that they're like, this person does not fit at all. Okay, so to be able to like get an interview, these are the things that I've been able to do. And I feel like interview makes it a lot better and makes you more experienced. I mean, if you're applying for jobs and you get an interview, definitely you know what they're going to be asking, you know what you're expecting for your next interview. So interview also is like an experience, if I do say so myself, like getting jobs that even if you don't pass the interview stage or you're not a successful candidate, but the fact that you are being able to be interviewed, at least you know, you have an insight of what are the interview questions going to be like, and you kind of build your confidence for your next interview, or basically for your next interview, your dream job interview basically. So yeah, the number one thing I think we should all look out for is, what do you want to do? I feel like so many people don't know what they want to do. What line do you want to go into? Do you want to go into healthcare? Do you want to go into tech? Do you want to go into retail? Do you want to go into customer service? So many, health and tech definitely is the most like oil money you get? Do you want to go into PSW? I feel like that's like health too, basically. But there are different job opportunities and job types and categories that are available here in Canada. And I'm speaking for Ontario, Canada. I don't know everywhere, but yeah, I feel like it's gonna be the same. So basically, you want to know, you want to be aware of the type of job that you want to do. What's your strength? What's your weakness? What kind of job do you see yourself doing? What's your career? What kind of job do you want to build yourself in? It's not news. I mean, I'm not even faulting anybody. Some people come into Canada, just let me just even first forget a job. Anyone, even if it's to be sweeping somewhere, it's try a job, because I mean, you need to make ends meet. Houses are not cheap, groceries are not cheap, like things are expensive over here. So people don't even mind the kind of job that they get after. They're just like, well, let me just get a job, let me just get any job, let me just at least to support myself, especially people that come alone without spouses to support them and all of that. So, and they have responsibilities. So I get that, but you need to know what you want to do first. So after knowing what you want to do, that's when you now say, okay, well, this is what I want to do. Then you now start looking for a job in that particular field. For instance, if you want to look for a job as a customer service representative, or you want to go into the customer, like the whole contact center agency, that's basically call center customer service, that customer relation line. If you want to go into that, you need to first try to look for a job in that aspect. Okay, now you go on, there's so many applications, so many websites to look for a job. There is Indeed, there is Upwork, there is Glassdoor, there is HCS. I'm going to list them on the screen when I remember, but there are so many of them. There's LinkedIn is a very good place to look for a job in Canada. You're going to find so many options, and also Indeed. So you want to first of all know concentric. So I'm just basically going to list them on the street. So you want to know that, okay, I want to look for a job into a customer service career, and then you go forward to start searching for jobs like that. Maybe you want remote, maybe you want hybrid, or you want fully on site. But the first thing you want to do is to know what you want to do. That way you limit, or you kind of put yourself into that position. Now, knowing what you want to do brings me to my third step. Knowing what you want to do makes you now know how to tweak your CV. See, this is where everything gets sorry, this is where everything gets interesting. You need to tweak your CV. Okay, you need to try to make your CV to fit the type of job role that you're looking for. I have so many CV. So if now, for instance, if you're looking for a job as a customer service representative and you see a particular job, you need to go online. You can use ChatGPT and just ask for the basic skills, or the professional skills, or the technical skills that a customer service representative should have. Okay, that way you put, or you tweak your CV to fit all those kind of skills. So if you go on Indeed, for instance, and search customer service representatives, and you see so many roles, if the ones you are interested and maybe the pay is is good enough for you, you then check the what they are, because they'll always be like about the job. They'll tell you your compensation, they'll tell you your benefits, they'll tell you about the company, about the role, and they'll tell you what is expected of you if you're a successful candidate, and they'll also tell you the skills that they need you to bring on board. Okay, so basically you want to check about the role, like what is required of you if you're a successful candidate. If you're a successful candidate, maybe you require you to have good problem solving skills, good multitasking ability, good this, good that. You want to make sure that you tweak your CV and put all of those things that you see in the about the role, yeah, and put them on your CV. That way, even if you submit to application and the recruiter or the hiring manager is looking at your CV, they see things that correlate. Some of us make mistakes of just using one CV to apply for all type of jobs. Because it's a customer relation job does not mean that all the job roles or all the job requirements are the same. You don't want to use the same CV for all of them. Even your cover letter differs. Okay, so you want to check and be sure that what some of these job roles, they have key points, they have key skills, they have key requirements they're looking for in each successful candidate. So you want to make sure you include all of those stuffs in your CV. For instance, I'm still using customer because I'm very familiar with customer service representative. If there is a particular maybe website or maybe system or software that they require you to be very good at, you want to include that in your CV and basically start working on it if you're not necessarily good at it from the start. Okay, so that's just it basically. So you need to tweak your CV to any job role that people have 10, 15 CVs. Just basically tweak your CV to any job role that you feel like is very, very important, like that you feel like would put you out more, so that when the recruiter or the hiring manager sees your CV, they're like, oh, this person might be a good fit. And that way, even if you're not going to be employed, at least they'll call you for interview, and then you get to have experience of what the interview feels like. But if you have been looking for a job and they never call you for interview, you don't even know what the interview looks like. So even if you eventually get your dream job, you might just fail your interview. Okay. The thing is, talking about the candidate, talking about getting experience, there's so many things you can do to get experience. You can volunteer, you can do internship, especially volunteer. There are so many websites. I'm going to search them and put them here for you. Can remember, but there are so many websites that you can volunteer. At least you just write it in your CV that, okay, oh, I volunteered in so company, or I've done intern in so company, or volunteer internship, and so many other things. Even things that you just have to just do just for you to at least get an experience that will make them know that you are. I think the problem they have is they want somebody that is aware of the culture, like the Canadian culture. So basically, you want to make sure that jump on any volunteer role that you see, very, very important. Jump on any experience that you see, if it's election, if it's anything basically, jump on it. And once you jump on it and you're successful at it, please put it to your CV immediately. Always update your CV. Like, you cannot use one CV for everything. So always try to tweak your CV, always try to update your CV and do everything basically. And just constantly be checking all these sites, Indeed, Concentrix, so many websites where you can get job. And also, very, very important, I was saying the other day that you cannot do life alone. Okay, you want to learn how to socialize. I'm not saying you should always be outside and dancing and clubbing. I'm not saying all of that, but you want to learn how to socialize. Socializing means like meeting people, talking to people. Don't always be by yourself, especially when you're new in a country like this. You don't know who is going to give you that job. You don't know the hiring manager that you're going to find on the road that will say, oh wow, I love the way you speak, or I love how friendly you are, I love how you talk to me. Do you need a job? Anything can happen. Human beings are like water, like any, you can find anybody at any place. So open your mouth. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. If you want to be fed, open your mouth and they'll feed you. So open your mouth, talk to people, join groups, so many groups in Ontario, groups in anywhere in Calgary, Alberta, anywhere that you are. Join groups, talk to people, relate to people. That way, you don't know who you're going to meet that would land you your dream job. I always tell people you cannot be sitting at home. I'm not saying I do go out though, but I socialize with people a lot on social media. Like, I talk to people, I'm open to friendship that makes sense. Okay, I'm not saying any type of friendship, but friendship that makes sense. That way, you will meet people, and you meet people that will help you. Basically, just you don't just know who is going to help you. Yeah, you don't know who is going to refer you. Another thing that I was going to say, thank God I didn't forget, was referral. In this country, they love referral. I cannot count how many people that I have seen, that I've heard, and I've even experienced it, where this person referred this person, and that's why they give that person that job. So they love referrals a lot. This video is getting too long, but yeah, let me quickly round up. They love referrals a lot. So if you don't meet people, how are you going to get anybody to refer you? If you don't make new friends, if you don't join groups, join organizations, volunteer, how are you going to meet people that will say, oh, do you need this job? Oh, I can refer you. My company is recruiting. My company is hiring. They love referrals because they feel like for you to have referred this person, and if you're good at what you do at the company, they feel like, okay, you know what you're doing. So they want to also bring in the person that you refer. So referral is also very, very important. That's why you cannot underestimate the power of meeting people, of trying to socialize, of trying to talk and just ask people questions basically, and make use of social media platforms. Okay, follow all these Canadian companies, follow all these Canadian jobs. Just basic. Another thing that I feel like I've heard people, I've not been really doing it, but I've heard people say that it works for them is, for instance, when you see a job on Indeed, this customer, for instance, okay, you see a customer service role job on Indeed, you want to go to LinkedIn and probably check out the profile of that company. And then when you find a profile of that company, you now check out the hiring manager, or somebody that is very, very important, or maybe somebody in the, I don't know, but someone that is very, very important in that company, that you would directly send an email to, not basically sending an email to them through Indeed. Do you get my point? That way you get more leverage, like you get more opportunity to be on the spot. I don't know if, let me come again. If you get a job on Indeed, for instance, and you're like, oh, I want to maybe apply for this job, try going on LinkedIn or even on Instagram. But yeah, LinkedIn works better. Try going on LinkedIn to check for the people in that company that you can, maybe the hiring manager, the recruiting manager, anybody, people that you can basically reach out to. That would, I'm going to be trying that because I just learned it of written. I'm like, I need to try because I've not been trying it before. So those people might actually make it easier for you to get the job. Okay, because I realized and I heard and I've experienced that most times before all these companies release jobs on Indeed, on all these job searching websites, they release it on their own personal website where their staffs get to see it first. Okay, so that way you get to be on the spot the more. Yeah, basically that's just it. And also try to read, ask questions, and do everything. So that's what I have to share. I don't really know much because I just relocated to Canada also, but yeah, that's everything I have to share for you all in this particular video. Let me know what tips and tricks you have to looking for a job in Canada, how it has been for you. Have you gotten your dream job? How long did it take you to get your job? And basically everything I want to share, because you don't know who's going to be watching this video that will learn. And I also want to learn because I don't really know so much. This is what I just learned. I have to either share with you guys. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Please, if you did enjoy and you watch till this end, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and do all of that good stuff. It makes me really happy, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.